All right. Starting a little early today. Um, I'm going to be streaming League today. I have enough play points, or not play points, enough tickets to do it. Running a little low, so hopefully we get that 5-0. I don't think my list has significantly changed since I was last playing it. The only thing I'm not super sure about is like 3 Hope with Gearper versus like in a braid or the fourth Echoing Truth or something. I kind of want to do that. 3 Hope with Gearper seems like a lot. Yeah, let's try it. Let's do that. I don't actually have a fourth Echoing Truth, so I'm going to use an Abrade. Um, I think that'll be better because losing to like the stupid decks will feel shitty. Excuse me. Um, I think I'm gonna maybe jam a practice game or a queue if there's one available quickly. I'll just do a practice game before I start, just so I can kind of work out the kinks, Get rid of the shakes. Let a couple viewers come on, maybe. Pretty tired and I got a bit of a headache. That I took some Tylenol, so I'm hoping it goes away. But hopefully I don't play really poorly. That would suck. All right. Speaking of suck, this hand fucking sucks. Ain't got land. Mull that shit. This isn't great, but I'm gonna keep it. That's a decent draw, so I'll draw that. I'm guessing this is like Rug Delver, or could be lands. Um, it's Rug Delver. All right, so because they fetched, or because they tapped out, I mean, I'm going to crack my Polluted Delta for a basic swamp, so that I have enough, so that I won't get stifled. And I'll just start duressing, and I'll hope to, actually, it might behoove me here to Thoughtseize first, just in case, like, if they have just one threat or something, it might just be better for me to take the threat. Um, they decide to daze. Okay, that's fine. Plenty more discard there. I got my basic lands. Not like I'm out of this game or anything. I'm wondering if their only threat is like a Goyf or something. Um, LED is a good draw. I'm not going to ponder just yet. I think I'm going to Thoughtseize again. Because this one will play through a daze, and if they do only have one threat, then I should be able to actually grab it. Like if it's actually only have a Goyf or something, I should be able to grab it. Unless they brainstorm a response. So, I don't think I want to ponder here. Although maybe it's correct. Like I don't want to I don't want to use my only cantrip in case I rip a Doomsday, but I do need to advance my game plan a little bit. It probably is going to depend on what I see in their hand. Like if they have a daze, obviously I'm not pondering. They're tanking pretty hard on this brainstorm though. Ooh, it's infect. Okay, that really changes things. Huh. That really changes things. I suppose it doesn't matter if I take a infect creature because they have another. They have three really. So I probably am just supposed to take the daze. And I think because I know what it is now, I am supposed to ponder. And I'm going to shuffle that. Burning Wish is a decent draw. So if I can find red mana, I can try and set up a win for next turn. or not for next turn, it'd be a pass turn pile. But basically, I'm hoping that they won't be able to kill me too fast, and I don't need to worry about my life total or about losing my lab man. Thoughtseize. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna Thoughtseize. Hopefully, I can snag a pump spell or something. There's the Invigorate. So they're still gonna be able to do quite a bit of infect damage to me in fairly short order. Like, just peck me to death over a few turns. So was that their draw for the turn? I don't think so. Okay. Firing up the Nexus. Okay. And they just played the Glistener Elf. Alright, so let's see. That's not my red fucking mana. I'm just gonna dress again. Whew, that's a good grab. So, I mean, I'm still like gonna be taking 3 infect per turn, so I only have a couple turns here. But so I really, if I'm gonna make a pass turn pile, it's really got to be this turn. And the fact that the lab man's in my hand is a little awkward. That ain't gonna do it. I guess I can play the lab man out. Can save me 1 infect damage. Buy me 1 turn, basically. Or no, next turn they put me up to 7 and then I'm dead. So, yeah, I'm in a weird spot. I probably shouldn't have played the lab man. That was probably a mistake because it gives away information that I don't think I needed to give away. Or no, I guess they don't kill me. If I block the Glistener Elf, they don't kill me because it dies. Yeah. So it does buy me a turn. Okay, so they're just coming in with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna... This is still a declare attacker step. I need to go to the blocker step. I'll block that guy because I don't really care if the lab man dies. Alright, so still no black mana. So I'm dead, right? There's nothing I can do. If I drew a burning, or if I drew red mana next turn and I'm not dead, I guess I could get the draw 4 and try and just fucking rip it, but that's a long shot, but I guess that's my out that I need to play to. And I should attack because I can't block any of their guys right now anyway, and putting them to 18 means 1 less storm that I need to make when it comes to actually trying to kill them. So if they have a pump spell, I'm dead anyway. Alright. It gave me the turn, theoretically. Alright. So, didn't draw good there. And played around things I probably didn't need to play around. So, let me think. This seems like a Hope of Gear per matchup. And the Abrade seems good as well. So there's 3 cards I'd consider bringing in. I can probably cut 1 Burning Wish because this is not an Empty Thorns matchup. Not really. And then they have a lot of soft counter magic, but I can probably cut a Preordain and maybe a Lotus Petal. I think I'd rather cut a Lotus Petal before I cut Rain of Filth. So we'll try that. So that's kind of unfortunate to lose that game 1, but I did misevaluate what they were on. And the hand didn't really come together, so this hand's no good though. Ugh, this hand's awful. I guess I'm mulling a 5. They kept 7, which isn't a good sign. I'm going to keep this because it's not going to get any better. And I'm going to bottom the duress because it's no good. And I'm just going to lead right off on the Hurdy-Gurdy. So Hope is an interesting one here because it can block. Obviously, it does what it's the Slanted Swarm. It can block an Inkmoth Nexus in a pinch, and it can also be a silence because it silences them until my next turn. So like if I know that they don't have any counter magic, but that they're gonna kill me, I can buy myself a turn with it. And also is just gonna let me peck away at them for a bit. So I'm just gonna attack. And then I'll probably just run out the Thoughtseize here since they're probably protecting a threat. Since this bug is going to turn off all of their counter magic anyway, like I can prioritize taking a threat with my Thoughtseize, or taking pump spells or something. I still need to build up to actually being able to cast a fucking Doomsday, and the fact that the Lab Man is in my hand is really annoying, because it'll make a pass the turn pile harder if that's the route that I end up taking. Alright, let's see what they've got. So Daze, Crop Rotation, Mind's Best with Blossom Defense, 2 Blighted Agents. So they could play a Blighted Agent next turn. Have Blossom Defense, Crop Rot. I'm not super worried about the Crop Rot. The Daze is a little annoying. Obviously, the fact that they have 2 Blighted Agents is the worst thing. I guess I'm just probably supposed to take the Vines. But yeah, these mulligans aren't treating me well. Did I mull the 5 in game 1 or did I only mull the 6? I don't remember. I think I only mulled the 6, but still. Interesting that they have a breeding pool. I was maybe supposed to take the Daze there. Just so that I could resolve my Preordain if I don't draw another land. I really just want to draw another land, not another land. Okay, well, I'm going to get in with this guy. And then I'm going to Preordain, but I'm definitely concerned that the Preordain is just going to get dazed. And I'm not interested in sacking the Hope just yet. Yeah. Well, maybe I should have Thoughtseized there because I knew it was going to get dazed anyway. And then I could have grabbed the other pump spell. But it's kind of all a toss-up since this hand is really, really far off from doing anything worthwhile. So no shuffle. They're probably just going to fire up the pump spell maybe. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. Nope. Okay. Just 1 interact counter. Another Thoughtseize. Guess I'm just using it. Stifle. Stifle's probably the take here. Although maybe it's Sylvan Library. Like, realistically, Stifle's not doing anything right now. I'm not going to be activating this Hope anytime soon. I certainly need a second land before I can think about doing that. So I just get to keep doing damage. I wonder if they ever play out the other Blighted Agent. Probably not. Not yet. They want to be holding up mana. Okay, just Thoughtseize. What are they playing? You find a Brainstorm or something? Daze it? Sure. I could have paid for that by playing the Lotus Petal, but I don't think that's worth my while. Um, I'm I'm just not drawing anything, like they're probably going to get their one wasteland now, and I'm just going to concede rather than continue to play this crippled ass hand. No, it's a Pendelhaven. Okay, so they're going to speed up the clock. That's fine too. I think these decks usually play one wasteland, but I could be wrong. Did I actually... Did an alert come through on Discord? Yes. Okay, well, hopefully I'll get some viewers soon. I did start pretty early. Oh, it's my fucking turn, isn't it? I forgot to attack. That's okay. I have a preordain now. Burning Wish. That's not doing anything for me. Not right now. I need lands. LED. Okay, I'll cast it. They still have that Stifle that I've... Yeah, I'm not... No, I'm just gonna concede. I'm not gonna finish this game. It's not worth it. Alright, let's try another one. And hopefully it goes a little better. Those are pretty weak draws. I saw Ideas Unbound and Labman in my hands, like both times. So, not the best. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much once I'm in a league. But pretty slow on motor today. Pretty slow. Maybe there's a queue. Is anyone waiting in the queue? No, of course not. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Suppose I could just jump into a league, but might as well. No point in wasting time. Let's make it happen. Last league was pretty bad. That was with the draw 4 deck, I think, though. I think that was the league that finally made me give it up. Or not give it up, but switch to this one for a bit. Okay, let's do it. Just play the fucking league. Get him a match much quicker here. Huh. Delver GT. I wonder what this person plays. I'm guessing it's Delver. This hand I think is acceptable. Am I on the draw? Yeah, I'm going to keep this one. Has pretty much everything I need except like a business spell. Oh, how about that? They're not playing fucking Delver. Got rused. Alright, so this doesn't look good now. I guess I'm fetching basic island and pondering. If they don't have Thalia, that's a turn 2 kill, so I'll take it. Alright. Wonder why this person's taking so long between phases and stuff. So basically, I'm just crossing my fingers that they don't just have the Thalia. It's like, same chances like a turn 1 person having Force of Will, really. A little higher because they get to draw a card, but basically it's 40% that they have the Thalia. Oh, they do have a port. I can beat the port, though. So hopefully they're just going to port me, and I can jam it, because I got the Lotus Petal. Looks like that might be what's happening. Yes. Alright. So I won't be able to duress them, unfortunately. How horrible. But getting ported isn't a big deal here. Now, the real question is going to be, what do I use? What win condition do I use? Do I use the Lab Maniac and make them think that's my only win con so they keep in their paths or something? Or do I go for the Storm kill and then hope they don't notice the Lab Man and just try and... I think I want to go for the Storm kill. 3, 4, 5. So like they're gonna be dead no matter what here. I like to use a Conjurer's Bauble here because sometimes they think that they might think that you need the Conjurer's Bauble or that you need the graveyard to do it, and you don't actually. And so sometimes they do shit like put Revoker on Conjurer's Bauble, and you can give them the blades. Okay. Just gotta make sure we do everything correctly here. I don't think there's any risk in targeting something there. And if they don't read the card and don't think it needs to target something, they might bring in Graveyard Hate, which won't do anything in reality. So that should be sufficient. And then I got lucky, a little lucky there, I think, to kind of just get the turn 2 kill. And I don't know if they had the Thalia or if that was really the best they could do there. But so I'll be cutting the Duresses and some other card, I guess Preordain, for the 3 Echoing Truth and the Abrade. That's all the changes I want to make here. So I'll submit that, and then see what I can do for game 2. Game 2, they're definitely going to have more Hate Bears. Or they're going to know how to side. Know how to mulligan, so I got to know how to mulligan too. But after getting tricked by their fucking first hand. This hand is probably not good enough. They kept 7. So my one concern with throwing away a hand like this is that it's got mana, it's got a way to take their worst slash best hate bear. So there's a lot that's appealing about it, but it feels like it's slow. Maybe it's what I need. I'm not sure that a 6 is going to be much better. I think I'm going to try it. And this way I can lead off with basic Swamp Thought Seize, and then I can get basic Island and Ponder or something. What do we got? Pithing Needle. I hope this goes on Bobble. Hindsight Diamond. Okay, okay, okay. You're one of those types, huh? I'll have to teach them a lesson. Ah, they realized. Well, that was stupid, they said. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Hopefully they don't have any good follow-ups. I'm still going to start with the Thoughtseize, because if they have a Thalia, I obviously want to take that. So they got 2 Thalias, that's annoying. I guess I'm supposed to take one, and now I'll have to find a solution to the other one. I used to have my basics and stuff. There's a Doomsday. That's a good draw too. I could get an Underground Sea with. Well, no, I'm gonna still be a little ways off from playing the Doomsday because I need 4 lands to cast it into Thalia. So there's my solution to Thalia. So this is coming up pretty good here. It's still gonna be another turn, but hopefully they don't draw any more bears. Hopefully they just come in with the factory and try and start doing damage. Wasteland is annoying. Oh, but they use it to fire up the factory. Okay. I might have to play out the Lotus Petal and like take the hit for a turn or two here. Let me think. Yeah. Because like I don't want to expose my Underground Sea to the Wasteland. Port's annoying too. This is okay. So they're still firing up the factory. I am getting hit pretty hard here. They're porting that. So I could Truth the Thalia now. I'll draw another Lotus Petal. And I'll be able to play the Underground Sea. I could ponder into a Dark Ritual. If I can do that, then that gets me the kill. I kind of want to just try and do that, I think. That might honestly be my best line here. And like, even if, say, oh no, I can't do that. Fuck, I screwed up. I was thinking I was going to have another mana, but I'm not. I guess I'm brainstorming here. And hoping to get really lucky. That wasn't lucky enough, I don't think. So I could play out. I could put back Doomsday, play out the LED and the pedal, and Doomsday into, or Ponder into Doomsday, and I could have LED up. The question is, they're gonna, can I play out my Labman? Can I win with Labman through Thalia? I'm thinking the answer is no right now. So I'm probably going to have to do something like that. And then I'm just going to play out my LEDs. I guess I could, like, it'd be super risky to ponder and crack the LEDs and, like, try and hit a burning wish, like, that seems really fucking loose to me. Because I'm only going to see 2 new cards. So that was a screw up. But I also don't, like, let's think. So if I pass a turn, then I draw the Badlands, which I can play. They're gonna import me. I think it is my best shot. That seems really bad. I know they have the Batterskull in hand though too, which they can cast. I'm probably just dead here in reality. Um, yeah, I probably just screwed up and lost this game, unfortunately. So I think that was probably my bad. Oh, I found the fucking Burning Wish though. That's unbelievable. 16 goblins might be enough, especially if they don't have another land to cast the Batterskull. Um, can give it a go at least. I can kill the Batterskull too. Like I could block and kill the Batterskull. They, if they don't have another land, I can maybe get there with this. But I got, I played bad and fucking got rewarded. Do they have another land? They do have another land. So, So if I attack, they'll take 15. They'll gain 4. Is this enough goblins to beat the Batterskull? No, because they can attack with it. It's got vigilance. That's the real issue here. All right, so let me think if there's anything I can do. I can play a Labman. Might as well. They can't bounce and replay the Batterskull, so not in the same turn anyway. Yeah, I don't even know if it's worth it to continue to play out this game. Like next turn they can replay their Thalia. I know they still have the Thalia in hand. Maybe I'm supposed to attack with like all but 2 so that I can use the Labman and 2 of the goblins to block the skull when it comes in. Block and kill the skull. I know that they do have a Swords to Plowshares still in hand though. So maybe I'm supposed to leave 4 back because like then they could plow the Labman if they want. So I'm attacking now with, what's this, 6, and this is another 6. So that's 12, which will do 8 to them. I don't even know if this is going to be a... Or I guess it is 7 to them, because they block one of them. I'm getting a call. I wonder if this... I think this is spam. Hello? Yeah. Spam call. Spam call. You got a lot of those these days. Alright, let's see what their game plan here is. I think they need to get some blockers down. Because, like... If they don't get rid of any of my creatures, if I swing out, or they... I guess they must attack with a Batterskull here. Although, I don't know. This is a weird situation for them. I'm super bad at combat math, so like this is the kind of situation where I was really hoping they just wouldn't draw the 5th land to be able to cast the Batterskull. But there's always game 3, so we'll see what happens here. So they're playing a Mom. Okay. I wonder if they're going to play their Thalia as well. They did play the Thalia. And they probably aren't going to attack here, would be my guess. No attack. Oh, sorry. I don't know how the phases of the turn work. They weren't even... They still have their attack phase coming. But now they can't cast the Plow that I know they have. So I can actually block and kill the Batterskull. They'll gain 4 and go up to 17. And then they have to take a turn off to bounce the Batterskull and replay it. They don't have enough mana to do all that. So I feel like they actually can't attack with the Batterskull here. Like, it seems worse to me for them. They went for it. Okay. So attacking with the Batterskull, I'm going to block with the Labman and 2 of the Goblins. They'll go up to 17. I suppose they can equip Batterskull. I didn't think of that. But if they could just equip Batterskull, Thalia. Yeah, I don't know. This is a weird situation. Regardless, I'm going to be fucking coming in hot here. They can also activate the factory. I'm definitely supposed to just attack with everything here, though. I don't think anything else is realistically what I'm supposed to be doing. I wonder if it was even... Yeah, no, I suppose it probably was correct to block the Batterskull and tie up their mana, because like, they're going to gain the life regardless. So this is going to put them down to 7. But I think, unfortunately, they're going to outrace me here. Like, they're gonna gain too much life with the Batterskull. Because the next one's going to go to 11, and then I'm going to... Or it'll put them... Or no, sorry. It'll put them up to 13, and I won't be able to do enough damage. So they equip the Batterskull, and yeah, obviously I can't... Yeah, I think I probably just lost this, unfortunately. Is what this means. Maybe not. Maybe not. So I'm supposed to bounce Thalia, right? And next turn they won't have enough mana to cast it, replay Thalia, and... Yeah, I think that was, like, a super good draw here. That was a real lucky draw. Okay, and then I'll get in with the Goblins. And... Wait a second. Do I need to leave a blocker or 2 back? Because I don't want to get fucking ganked by this factory somehow. I think I can just leave one because their only removal is going to be that sword, which will gain me a life. I think just leaving back the one blocker will be fine. I don't I don't think that they can do enough here. Um, like they don't have enough mana to activate the factory and hit me with the skull, but I'm just trying to play it safe, I guess. I think I won, unless they can board wipe me. And even if they do, there's still game 3. I see I have 2 viewers. Hello, viewers. Getting to watch an interesting, stimulating game situation here. I'm really not... Like, even if they have one more land... Yep, I won. All right. That was wild. That was an interesting match, but got the first match 2-0. So, we got another one going here. Ugh. Got my first match without any delay. Now I'm waiting a little while for the next one, but that's okay. 3 viewers. What's up, y'all? Alright. So we're aiming for the 5-0 today. Found the opponent. I doubt it's going to happen, because it never does, but it's the goal. I don't know what this person plays. But this hand's hot garbage, so let's see. I lost the roll. I'm going to mull again. This hand is not great. It's basically a mull of 5 because of the lab man. And while I would probably keep this on a mull of 5, I think I would rather take my chances with a 5. Okay. Ponder. I think I gotta bottom that. I'm really looking for like a couple more lands to maybe hardcast this Doomsday at some point. I don't know what they're playing. Like this could be a lot of decks, but obviously I'm expecting Force of Will. Probably just gonna lead right off on the Thoughtseize. Seems like it's my best bet. Dress is a decent draw. I'm basically just going to be, okay, great, they have wastelands and shit. Am I supposed to take the Stoneforge here? I'm just going to get wastelanded if I do. If I don't take it, they might not play it. The wasteland, they might play the Flooded Strain next turn so that they can cast the Stoneforge. Part of me wants to take the Brainstorm, but I'm probably just supposed to take Force of Will. No, they just went for the wasteland. Okay. Interesting. Give me a land. Nope, not a land. But that's still a good draw. It'll let me play the Doomsday a lot earlier if I can get some frickin' mana going here. So they didn't play the Stoneforge. That's interesting. I guess I'm supposed to just play land in duress now. I wonder if they found another Brainstorm or something. Spell Pierce. Okay. So I know they still have a spell Snare. I do need to get that out of their hand because Ideas Unbound. Although they brainstorm. So I don't think it's likely, but on the off chance they don't leave mana up next turn, and I drew a brainstorm, I think I'd still be off from a brainstorm kill. So I really want to draw like red mana so that I can Burning Wish and I can get rid of their cast Burning Wish into the spell snare and just get rid of it. Another Burning Wish. That's not. I wonder if it's right to play the Petal and Burning Wish here. I'm inclined to think no. But definitely in a little bit of a weird spot. The Mull of 5 didn't help. Who's watching me? Besides the FBI. No more Wastelands just yet. I don't know if they play 4 or not. Okay, so that's a good draw. So let's fire off a Burning Wish here. If having 2 Burning Wishes is actually decent, obviously this one's going to get spell snared. I would think. Oh, they let me have it. Alright, so what do I get? I don't have the sideboard discard spell anymore. I could get Byforce, which would let me kill Batterskull, although they have spell snare still. I could get Contract. Contract is probably a fine option. I could get Massacre, but that won't kill the Batterskull and it'll just flash the Massacre in. So probably Contract's the best grab here. That way if I draw another Ritual, I can Contract. Or actually, if I draw another Ritual, I can probably just kill with Doomsday. Although they still have that fucking spell snare. I'll need to get rid of it at some point. They probably have a lot of counter magic up still. Like I know that they at least have the spell snare, and they've brainstormed a few times, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have more. Probably by the time I kill here, it's gonna have to be with Labman, because their life total is gonna be too high by the time I get around to killing them. Bauble is a good draw. I could try to go for it right now. And I can do it through Spell Snare, I think. Let me think. So if I play Dark Writ, Doomsday, Bauble into Dark Ritual, Dark Writ, Contract, and then I could draw like Petal, Writ, or Petal, Writ, LED, Petal, Writ, LED, Duress, and then I can use the Burning Wish in my hand. Oh no, I won't have red. So maybe I'm supposed to play the Bauble first, and then try and do something next turn. Okay, they let that resolve. So I'm going to be taking a big hit. They are going to be at a pretty high life total next turn. 26, so I need 13 Storm. Fuck. That's annoying. It's a big fucking problem, in fact. Another Lotus Petal, though. I guess I'm supposed to just go for it here, I think. It's not going to get better, right? If they drew more counter magic, they drew more counter magic. Spell Snare. I mean, Spell Pierce. I guess I'm getting pierced. I'm going to crack the Bauble. See what I draw. LED. Not good enough. So I'll go down to 3. I'm wondering if I should have kept my 6-card hand. I did draw another Dark Writ. Now, so this obviously isn't good enough to just kill with Doomsday, but I can cast the Contract and hope I draw enough gas to do something. It's unclear what, but it's worth a try anyway. I don't think I really have a better option. Okay, yeah, Spell Pierce. So they just drew a bunch of counter magic while we were sitting on our fucking thumbs. Alright, that's fine. So this is a Hope of Gear per matchup. And I'm going to bring in the contract as well. So Preordain goes out. They had a lot of Spell Pierces, but I think I want to cut Rain of Filth in this matchup. I'm going to be probably trying to play a little bit longer game. And then maybe cut a second Preordain is probably the best thing to cut. We can try that. I would have really liked to win the first game, but mulling to 5 was rough. And kind of fought back, but is too far behind. This game I'll probably have to try and be a little more careful about what I play for, where I get my land, what I get for lands. I'm inclined to keep this hand, although it's a little weird. But Bauble, Brainstorm. Yeah, I think I want all these cards. So I'm just going to play the Bauble, I think. What does this little symbol here mean? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's a little Ixalan set symbol. So they're casting Brainstorm in their main phase. I can only imagine that their hand is completely fucking stocked with counter magic. So we'll probably have a lot of bullshit to fight through here. I'm going to draw the Street Wraith, just Brainstorm. Drew 2 Doomsdays. This is definitely an interesting spot. I wonder if I'm supposed to just go for it here. Well, first I guess I need to think about whether or not I actually could kill if I went for it. So, assuming they counter the first Doomsday, Dark Rit, another Doomsday, Bauble into, or Street Wraith into an LED, Bauble into, what would my last 3 cards be? Yeah, I don't think I can. I think I should wait a little longer. I'll crack this and step. I'll untap and I'll hope to draw something good. Duress is good. Now, I'm sure they have multiple pieces of counter magic, so it's really just going to be a matter of whether or not I can try and play through. And I can't. Can I cast the Street Wraith? They can double daze it. I can't even cast the freaking Street Wraith at this point. Although I don't know if they would even bother to double daze it. They have a Swords too, so they would just Swords it. I'm just going to cycle the Street Wraith. That's a lot of counter magic that I'm going to have to work my way through here. Can I play this land? I can. I probably shouldn't have cast my Dark Rit. That was probably a little too aggressive since I was correct in my prediction that their hand was ridiculously stocked with counter magic. One thing that's worth noting is that they won't really be able to stop me from resolving, or they may have a hard time stopping me from resolving a Hope of Gear if I can find one. Thoughtseize is a decent draw. I'm not going to cast it yet because I'm going to be wanting to cast multiple cards when I go off. So them drawing the Wasteland here is a little annoying, but it does mean that I'm still pretty sure I know all the cards in their hand. Ideas Unbound. I'm wary of casting this because I don't think they'll just counter it and it's card disadvantage. So there's True Name. I'm going to cast this. Looks like they might be doing something about it. I wonder if they drew a Spell Snare. Or they might just be piercing it. If they do, okay, that's fine. I actually didn't really want that to resolve that much. It's not like I wanted it to resolve or anything. So they have, what, Force of Will, Fluster, Double Daze, and like 2 mystery cards at this point. And I'm getting clocked pretty quick. And now they have a Delver. Oh, so this is not just normal Stoneblade. This is a Delver Blade deck. 2 Thoughtseizes now. So I'm going to go get my basic Swamp, and I'll start with the Thoughtseize. I am going to start to die pretty quick, though. So I'm supposed to take Force here, I think. Depending on what I draw, and whether or not this flips, and it did, and they drew Spell Pierce. Alright, so I'm probably losing this game, because they just have too much counter magic now. And they're hitting me like I'm dead this next turn, right? And I don't think I can play through everything they have to offer here. I need to 4 extra mana. Like if I take the Thoughtseize, they have Double Daze and Pierce, so I would need 4 spare mana to be able to play through. So it's just not possible. They Spell Pierce that though. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. I can't beat this. So I probably misplayed by playing my Dark Ritual into that first Duress. But I was hoping I would just be able to go off that turn, and I should have listened to my gut better when I said that they had a handful of counter magic. So that's fine. When your opponent has a dozen counter spells, it can be hard to go off. So the 5-0 Dream is dead, but hopefully I'll still prize. I could use some more tickets and stuff so I can keep the keep being able to play leagues because I'm starting to run low after that cold streak with the with Doomsday. All right. Don't know what this person's playing, but this hand looks functional, so I'll keep. And I lost the roll again. Verdant Catacombs. So if I had to guess, this is Turbo Depths, but it could also be Reanimator. I'm gonna go get an Underground Sea and Thoughtseize, I think. Okay, it's 4-color loam, so I don't... Well, Liliana of the Veil is annoying, but Knight of the Reliquary might be a bigger issue. Like, them having 2 lilies probably doesn't make much difference. Because they'll probably just discard one to the other, I would think. I don't know. I'll probably take a lily. Them having the P-Fire is going to make like a Labman kill a little difficult here. Drawing another discard spell would be nice to be able to snag that other lily. So I'm going to Preordain, I think. Lion's Eye Diamond is a good draw, though. I'm going to take the LED. I'm going to start playing stuff out here. I think next turn my game plan is going to be like if they draw a wasteland and waste my underground sea, that's a little annoying. But I think my game plan is going to be presumably they play Lily. I discard Rain of Filth and then try to ponder into a Doomsday. So counting my draw step, I'll have 5 looks at a Doomsday. They are not casting Lily. Chalice on 1. Okay. Shit happens. That's pretty annoying. I did draw Burning Wish, which is a good draw. So the real question here then becomes, do I Burning Wish for Byforce? Do I Burning Wish for Doomsday and try to win through the Lily and the Chalice? Could I even do that? So if I Burning Wish for Doomsday, I'll have to crack the LED. I'll have Bauble and 2 lands, assuming they don't get rid of one of them. I'll draw 1 card for the turn. I can Bauble into another. I'd have to win with Labman, so they'd have to tap out for Lily, because if they held up the P-Fire, I'd die. I'm thinking there's no pile that's going to get me there. Well, actually, so if I drew LED for turn, Bauble into Ideas Unbound, I'd have 3 mana left, so I could cast Labman and have double. Yeah, I guess I could do it. I can try it. It's probably worth a try. Because I can Labman and have double Street Wraith up. It's risky, but... And I need them to not... I need them to not get rid of my Underground Sea. So... I should have enough life where I can double Street Wraith and not die to the Punishing Fire. So let's see. So the pile is going to be LED, Ideas, Labman, double Street Wraith. And this hinges on them not having multiple removal spells and not having a way to get rid of this Underground Sea. So bottom, there. Alright, pass the turn. See what they do. There's a lot of ways this could go poorly, but... They had the Grove. What's this? Just getting the Knight out? Just the Knight. Okay, I guess I win. Barring any surprises. But I suppose I can still beat 1 removal spell, so... So this is kind of a decent example of the power of Lab Maniac. Because it's letting me win through a Chalice on 1 like this. Alright. Okay, glad I went for that. I almost didn't. So bring in the Echoing Truth, bring in the Abrades, and then... I don't know what I want to cut. So I'm probably cutting at least a couple Preordains. And then maybe some discard. Like I could cut 2 duresses. I want to leave some discard in because it can be good, but it's definitely better on the play. I think I'll cut 2 duresses here. On the play, I might cut a preordain instead, or cut one more preordain instead and bring back in the second duress so that I have 6 discard spells. But I think this is probably what I want to do. I think this hand is acceptable. So they mulled hard. Not hard, but they mulled to 6. I have Echoing Truth. Okay. So I'm going to just get basic Swamp and Thoughtseize here. Thalia, Liliana, Loam. Okay. So this isn't too bad. So I snag the Thalia. Next turn, hopefully I can snag the Liliana. Hopefully they don't draw something else. They didn't cast Loam. Surprised me a tiny bit. I'll take the Liliana. So they have a Decay. I can play around the Decay just by... Okay, so they want to Cycle Baron more. That's why they didn't. So I can play around the Decay just by not going off with Lab Maniac if I can avoid it. And, like, just not expose my artifacts and shit. Okay, so they have a Chalice on 0. That's not... I wonder why they put it on 0, though. That's not exactly devastating. It's annoying, but I do have this Echoing Truth, which I still can't cast because I can't find a goddamn blue mana source. If I can find the Echoing... If I can find another land, and then I can Echoing Truth the Chalice, I should be able to win. Teague. I can beat Teague, but not if they also have Decay up. Or it makes it harder if they have Decay up. This is getting a little annoying. I guess I'm supposed to discard one of my cantrips, probably. I'll discard the Brainstorm. I think the Brainstorm's less valuable here. I could be wrong, but I'm obviously... I just need lands right now. So they still don't have anything. They want to hold up Abrupt Decay, so they're not going to cast anything they might draw here. Give me a land. That's not a land, but I can cast it, so I will. I don't know if I'm supposed to just crack it to cantrip. I probably am. That's a land. Okay. So, because I had to spend my Swamp Mana, I can't use the Echoing Truth this turn, but I potentially can next turn. If I drew another land, I could even just try and go off all in one turn. They tapped out, so Abrupt Decay is no longer online. So this is definitely going to be a good shot for me if I draw another mana source of some kind. Another Echoing Truth. Well, another Echoing Truth lets me bounce the Teague, which would let me go off with Storm, but... This is kind of a tough spot. I assume at some point they're going to crack the Knight to get a Wasteland. I don't want that to be a line they have available to them. I suppose the best play for me is just going to be to discard the extra Echoing Truth. Actually, do I even need the Rain of Filth? Because I have the Lotus Petals. I think discarding the extra Echoing Truth is going to be a better play. Because I'm pretty sure that I can play through the Gaddock Teague better than I can... Or I think the Rain of Filth is going to be better for me. Especially if they tap out tap themselves off of Abrupt Decay, although they have the Knight, so I guess they are not exactly tapping themselves off Abrupt Decay. I wonder if they drew another Chalice or something. Nope, they're loaming. Okay. So Abrupt Decay is still live. Oh, not anymore. Unless they have another land. Definitely some slightly odd play patterns here, but that's not a problem, I don't think. And they attacked with a Knight, so they're just hitting me the big one. Alright, so I think they're dead now. So I'm going to go grab Valk, Truth the Chalice, and then untap, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to win. I can't... Okay, drawing that extra land there is decent. I can't afford to play around a lot of stuff. Like, Surgical could be a big issue. Landman just seems like the best way to go here. I mean, it sure doesn't seem like they're doing a whole lot. Like, one option is to potentially try to bounce the Gaddock Teak somehow, but... I'll make a blue. I'll make a float of red here just in case I decide I want it, and then I'm going to crack these. For black, cast a Doomsday, but I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go for Landman here. So, this is going to put me down to 3 life. I'm going to want Echoing Truth, Landman, Bauble, LED, and then I have enough mana, so I'm not going to use the Street Wraith. I'm just going to use Preordain. So Landman on the bottom, LED, Bauble, Preordain, Ideas Unbound, and then if they have a Surgical or something, this could be a problem, but I think it's kind of unlikely that they'd have a Surgical, since... Play out the Bauble, play out the Lion's Eye Diamond, Preordain, crack this for blue, draw, cast, crack, win the game. Great. So that's a matchup where Landman's pretty good. And especially considering that they tap themselves off of their Abrupt Decay. Let's play another one. If I can win this one, I'll at least cash this league, which will be nice. But obviously I'd like to get the 4-1. Alright. Snagged a match here. Okay. Another name I'm not familiar with. I chose to play first. This hand is a little weak to Wasteland, but I think I'm going to keep it. Hopefully their first play will let me know if I can safely fetch an Underground Sea. It's a resounding maybe. I think I'm inclined to fetch the basic swamp here. Because I'm not going to be casting this Preordain for a little while, since I'm probably going to want it to draw into a Doomsday pile. And I have a Lotus Petal that can make blue, so I'd rather just not expose myself to Wasteland. This is a little risky because obviously if I draw more cantrips instead of another land, that's a problem, but they did have a wasteland, so I'll take the brainstorm. That'll help me not die to the Delver as fast. And hopefully I'll just draw more lands. Worse. Well, I do have another Thoughtseize, but it sucks that they managed to flip their Delver. Street Wraith. Okay, I need to think about what I need to win this game. If I drew another land, could I Thoughtseize and kill on the same turn? Thoughtseize. Drew another land. I have 4 black mana. I have Thoughtseize have 4 black mana, and then I could get that. I think I'd have the 1 extra mana that I would need. Is it only 1 extra mana that I need? One extra mana I need to do a double Doomsday pile. Oh, not a double Doomsday pile, a double cantrip pile. The other possibility is if I Thoughtseize now and then they don't draw anything, can I still do it? But then I think the answer is I still need to draw another land, so I'm just not going to cast the Thoughtseize, and that way if I draw another mana source, I can Thoughtseize and try to kill him. When I say another mana source, it needs to be another ritual or another land. It can't be a Lotus Petal. I guess it could be a Lion's Eye Diamond. So, did they have that in their hand? I guess they did. So they have 1 unknown card in their hand right now, I think. That's the land, though. Am I going to die to the Lightning Bolt? I suppose I could die to Double Bolt. So I'll go to 10. I'll Thoughtseize put me to 8. And I would die to Bolt because I go to 4 and I need to spend the Street Wraith. They could have no other blue card, is a possibility. But yeah, this does kind of put me in an awkward spot with the Bolt. I think I'm still supposed to do it. Like, because if they do just not... Ooh, was that a mistake? No, I guess it's fine. If they don't have another blue card, then I can ignore the force. But it does seem like a long shot. Oh, if they just bolt me first, that might be good too. That might be okay. So this is going to put me down to 5. They have a second bolt. They just have a bunch of fucking bolts. Alright, so this puts me to 2. And then I won't be able to spend the Street Wraith. So I think I lose. Right? I just lose. Don't think there's any way I win. Yeah. Alright. So that's just game, unfortunately. There's not a win there with that little life. So this is a matchup where we bring in Empty the Warrens. And side out Labman, and because we're siding out Labman, we can cut a Street Wraith. And that's usually just how I sideboard for this one. You could optionally cut a Preordain and bring in Infernal Contract in case they play Red Blasts, but they didn't really see enough of my deck to know that they might, like, I don't know. I don't think I want to do that. I think I would rather have the Preordains. So I'm just going to do that. And yes, I would like to play first. I think this hand is fine. So I'm going to keep it. It's a little ways off from doing something, but hopefully it can work. I'll just start with the Conjurer's Bauble. And then I think I'm just going to play slow here. I don't think there's a good reason to do too much crazy stuff. I'm also a little wary of Stifle from the Valk. A Red Ponder. Alright. So they're Grixis. I didn't see that any of their black cards last game. The fact that they're Grixis makes me think they're a little less likely to have Stifle, but I still don't think I'm going to crack this fetch just yet. I drew another empty. I'm going to crack the Bauble. Ponder. Alright, let's play the Ponder. I'm actually going to play my Underground Sea first, and then I'm going to play the Ponder. Burning Wish. But I don't really want any of those cards, I don't think. I guess I could take the Preordain, crack the Delta, and if it doesn't get stifled, use the Preordain. That's probably fine. So I'm leaning towards Empty the Warrens here instead of Doomsday. Oh, looks like they do have stifles. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I can still Preordain. And it's just going to be a shittier Preordain. But I do think I want to go past all these cards. An LED. Okay. Interesting. Wasteland would be bad for me here. It's like I'm a fucking wizard. I always know what they have, and it's always bad for me. They still aren't threatening me. So it's not like I'm exactly in a bad spot here. If I can draw another land, I'll actually be in an okay spot. Although they'll have is the potential for Flusterstorm, but I could maybe even pay for a couple Flusterstorm copies through or with Lion's Eye Diamond. What time is it? It's time to log off. I was just keeping my work computer awake for a little while. So it was time for. I didn't have any more to do, but I just wanted to make sure it was time to log off. Okay, so there's the big fish and the ponder. Empty could still be enough to beat the big fish, but it'll have to come out quick. Okay, so I'm probably just supposed to go for the empty here. I can make 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 goblins. Should be good enough. If this gets stifled, that's a problem. Also, if the Storm Trigger gets stifled, it's a problem. But probably they would have just stifled that if they had it. So I'm not sure what the correct order to play things out here is. I'm going to try playing. I probably should have played the Rain of Filth first. But I kind of wanted to be able to play it around Spell Pierce. So I'm just going to empty and hope it's enough. And I can pay for a few copies with a Flusterstorm through a Flusterstorm if they have the Flusterstorm. But obviously, if they just have a Stifle, that's the big problem. Spell Piercing one, I don't mind cracking this, so I'll pay for the Spell Pierce. Pay for Pierce. Okay. Alright, so it looks like all the copies resolve. Oh, they have a daze. Okay, I will pay for the daze. Yes. What else you got? Another daze? I can pay for one more daze. Okay, they're forcing a copy. Force pitching daze. Okay. 4 copies, sure. Alright, well, that was interesting. But I do think I'm winning this race. Although it's a little tight. But, like, I don't mind paying for all those copies because that empty was by far my best bet here. We have each other on a 3-turn clock. If they have another creature, that's annoying, though. Oh, they just have Marsh Casualties? Nope, another Gurmag Angler. That's a problem. I assume that's a problem. Especially because I don't have my basic island anymore. So I'm pretty sure this is game over. They're just going to block, so I take 6, or they take 6. Now they can probably start attacking me with one of their Gurmag Anglers. If not this turn, then next turn. So yeah, this is definitely game over. Alright, I'm just going to concede. Alright, so they won. They fucking trashed me. So no game has gone to 3. No match has gone to 3 games yet. So I'm just going to try and pick up this third match so I can get the 3-2. Would be nice to cash. It's interesting that in the 2 matches that I won, I felt like Labman was really good. In the 2 matches that it lost, they seem really bad. This is interesting. So Orm won. So Orm's usually playing Dredge. This hand is questionable. I think I'm going to keep it, but it's not great against Dredge. Ideally against Dredge, you want to be like making pass a turn piles with Lab Maniac, not Dredge. Okay, so that's what I get for assuming. Now, I'm not exactly out of the game or anything. And in fact, my hand is actually looking okay against this kind of deck. It's going to be a matter of what they follow up this Ancient Tomb with. An island. That's scary. Another Chalice on 1. Okay. That doesn't really change anything. Dark Ritual doesn't matter. So I could go get Byforce here, and that might actually be the thing to do. But the fact that there's an island there is makes me think there's a Force of Will. But I probably am just supposed to go get Byforce. And then I think I want to play out this Lotus Petal, since I know it can resolve now. I'll need another land to be able to kill the Chalices. What do you got for me? Show and Tell. Well, that's spooky. I don't think I should put the Street Wraith in. That doesn't seem right. Say Show and Tell in the Grizzlebrand. What the fuck is this deck? Playing a Chrome Mox. Okay. Is it just some kind of like blue-red sneak attack? Like the mono-red sneak attack, but with a blue splash, is what I'm imagining. What are we doing? Sneak attack? Sneak something in? Just have... Oh, Blood Moon. I guess that's not exactly game over. Drew an island. So I can destroy the Chalices now, but probably I'm just going to see them draw more. If I cast Doomsday, no, I can't cast Doomsday because of the Blood Moon. So I would need to get rid of the chalices. So I'm probably looking at needing to get pretty lucky here. And not to draw more. Because after he hits me, I get to draw 7 more cards. But I do think that's going to be my only line right now. By force. 2. Yeah, by force and then next turn. Kill all in one. And I still don't know if they're playing, if he's playing Force of Will or anything like that. Doesn't seem like it. Now, I don't think there's any reason for me to go off from here. Like, yeah, I'm just going to pass. Depending on what I draw, even if they put lock pieces back down, I might still be able to get through. This is not the sort of deck I wanted to face for my last round trying to cash, though, because, like, first of all, it's a Chalice deck. And second of all, you just don't know what's going to come out of it, you know? There could be counter magic, like there could be Force Wills, there could be more like Trinisphere or something, Lotus Petal. Could just cast a sneak attack and sneak attack some, although they already used their combat phase, so it's probably not that. Could be like a Chalice on 2 or something. I don't fucking know. It's showing me a lot of the deck though. Trinisphere. Okay, so that's game. So I obviously want the Echoing Truths and the Abrade. I think I want to keep all of my discard spells in. I can cut the Rain of Filth, and I can cut 3 Preordains, and I think that's probably what I want here. I don't think Hurdy-Gurdy is doing me any good. It didn't seem like he had counter magic. There might be a little bit post-board, but I don't think it's worth citing in hope for that. So, I should keep this, I think, just because it's of what it is. But the real question is, like, do I try and build a pile that can win right now? I'm going to keep it. I want to avoid a Chalice. Turn 1 Trinisphere would be a problem too. I mean, there's lots of ways I could just die right away, but I think the best play here is going to be turn 1 Doomsday. And then I can build a pile that could beat a Chalice on 1. So if I go turn 1 Doomsday, then I can draw. I'll draw Lion's Eye Diamond, Street Wraith into Ideas Unbound, and I'll have 2 mana available. So yeah, I could Street Wraith into like Ideas, and that would draw me like Ladman double Street Wraith or something. That's probably my best line here. Obviously, a Chalice on 1 and 0 would be the game, I think. Oh, I only have 1 Street Wraith here, but I will draw all my cards, so it shouldn't matter that there's only 1 Street Wraith. I guess I'll make the last card be like an Echoing Truth or something. All right, so done. And I'm gonna make the order be Ladman, Street Wraith, Echoing Truth, Ideas, Lion's Eye Diamond, and hopefully that's good enough. If it's a turn 1 Trinisphere, I just scoop. If it's a turn 1 Chalice on 1, I'm okay. I didn't force it, so this could be a Flusterstorm. I wonder if I'm supposed to not just jam here, like because of the possibility of Flusterstorm. Is there any way I could play around that if I waited a turn? I don't think so. Like I could play Bauble and then pass. Next turn I would draw Ideas Unbound. So I could like cast it, but I still wouldn't be able to play it through a Flusterstorm. Play it and the Labman through a Flusterstorm, so I think I'm supposed to just jam. And if he's got it, he got it. What can you do? Apparently not much. Alright. Weird. I'm just going to assume there's no counter magic, though. And, yeah, we'll see what happens now. Huh. I think this hand is really loose. The fact that he kept 7 makes me think it's no good. I think I need to mull this. Alright, I'll keep that. And I'll bottom that. Leyline, sure. I don't know why Leyline... I mean, Leyline obviously stops me from hitting him with discard, but it also doesn't do anything against the Labman kill, which I just displayed. So, not sure about that one. But I'm still pretty crippled by this hand. Because the Chalice on 1 is really gross. Just a show and tell? Yeah, it's just the nuts. I'm going to put in the Conjurer's Bauble because I can't put that in through. Yeah, so this is probably just I'm dead. Yep, alright, so that was unfortunate. That was a very unfortunate way for that league to go. The last match was not what I wanted to play against. Now, whoops, that's not what I wanted to bring up. I wanted to bring up this. I only have enough tickets left to play one more league. I think I'm going to do it. I'm just going to play another one. Since I started early today, I got enough time. So I'm going to just play the league, another league. And I'm going to use the same list. Hopefully I can cash this one. And try and recoup some of my losses. But haven't been running a little cold here. Alright. This deck, I don't know. I'm still formulating an opinion about this list. There's a lot of things to like about Labman, but it's got some really clunky draws because Labman and Ideas Unbound are just bad draws, and Street Wraith is not a great draw either. And like I'm not a huge fan of having multiple Conjurer's Baubles, so I think like the cards on average are just worse in this list. But Labman just gives like this hand is just not great. It's just not. It's basically a mull to 6 because of the Labman, and it's a pretty underwhelming 6. I'd probably keep it on 6, but like I don't know. This card, I see it too much. It makes mulligan decision's too difficult because you don't know whether to like, is a random 6 going to be better? Random 6 on the draw is probably better than this, but on average, but you just don't know. It's just tough choices to make. And like, Ladman gives you a lot of flexibility in playing through hate, but um okay, that's a keep. Ladman gives you a lot of flexibility to play through certain kinds of hate, but it's also just not I don't know. It's just an awkward draw, and the deck, like, losing Probe and losing Sensei's Divining Top, has made this deck have a lot of awkward draws already, and so it sucks to have, like, self-imposed another awkward draw. All right, so I think this is probably 4-color loam. There's some danger if I fetch a non-basic. But I also think it's probably the best to just fetch the non-basic, and just hope they don't have any way to get rid of anything. So next turn, I could make goblins. I think 3. Yeah, I could make some goblins next turn if they don't disrupt my mana at all. I don't know if that's going to be good enough. It probably is. How many would it be? 1, 2, 3. Only 10 goblins, though, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, only 10 goblins. I think I want to shuffle this. Well, I don't know. It's a tough choice. They only have 2 cards in hand, right? But they got the Sylvan Library. If this isn't 4-color loam, it could be a problem. I think I'm going to not shuffle. That's a kind of a tough choice, though. If they do end up spending life off this library, then it'll make the goblins a lot better. But they didn't pay any life, so hopefully I'm not just going to get wastelanded. I'm going to get wastelanded. Great. Alright, so I'm definitely going to spend this Street Wraith. It's going to set me back a turn, or not send me back a turn. It's going to... I'm probably just supposed to play out the Underground Sea here. Because, like, even if this ends up getting wastelanded as well, if I can find a Lion's Eye Diamond, I can still go off. And if they don't wasteland me and I draw another mana source, then I can still go off. So I'm going to duress here. They have a decay. So I'm basically just hoping that their library doesn't really find them a whole lot of any use. What are you doing? What does the green mana do there? Did they just give me life? Is that all they did? That's weird. Thanks for the life, I guess. They didn't spend any life. They have a Ghost Quarter. Now, I don't care too much about Ghost Quarter because I actually do have basic lands. So the real question, though, is what color of basic do I get? I'm inclined to get the island. No, I should get the swamp. Because then now any mana source that I draw is going to let me make goblins. Drawing a cantrip will feel a little shitty. Why does that always happen? Anytime I say like this thing happening will feel bad, then it happens. That's okay. Why are they giving me life? They just keep tapping the grove. What? Oh, they think I'm on Shadow because of the Street Wraith. They think I'm playing Blue Black Shadow. That's why they keep giving me life. Well, imagine their chagrin when they find out I'm not. Knight, okay. So I don't know if they have most of these decks don't play Tabernacle main. Um, but now I can spend a Lotus Petal to Preordain. No, I don't have enough mana to kill with Doomsday right now. Oh, but there's a Doomsday. I think I'm just supposed to just do that. Do I think that's correct? And hopefully just draw the Preordain next turn and then kill him, rather than make goblins and risk exposing myself to a main deck Tabernacle. So they're just coming in with a big hit here. So unless they drew a Chalice, I'm probably in pretty good shape. In Dark Confidant, okay. So yeah, I suppose I was taking a little bit of a risk there by opening myself up to Chalice. But looks like it's all's well that ends well. So if any of my 4 viewers feel like interacting with people, I like interacting with fellow humans. You can also just shit talk me. That's fine too. Shit talk my choice of deck. Got lots of options. Lots of options. Let me see here. I guess I'm just going for the normal storm kill. I wonder if this is more like a Punishing Maverick deck and less like a 4-color Loam. Probably not. It's probably just normal ass Loam. Alright. Standard Storm Pile. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Okay, now that they know what they're playing against. We sideboarded for this once already today. Cut a couple Preordains. A couple Duresses. And we should be good. I arguably should cut the Rain of Filth as well, but instead of a Preordain, maybe. But I'm probably gonna keep it in because Goblins is a real plan in this matchup, and being able to make that 1 extra mana off of like 2 lands can be pretty helpful. So I'll keep it in. 5 viewers. What the fuck is up? Just sending fucking text messages while I'm waiting for this clown to um submit their deck list. We're gonna get into the play the song My People range soon. Bust out the mandolin or the hurdy-gurdy. Start providing some entertainment. Here we go. Guess you won't have to suffer through the girding. I think this hand is probably fine. It's got plenty of lands and it's got the Echoing Truth, so I can kind of just sit on it for a little while and like draw cards. They play Ley Line, which doesn't matter. I wonder if they kept a otherwise not so hot hand on the back of a Ley Line. I think I'll start with this so that I can fetch a basic island if I need to. So I'm basically just going to kind of sit here and hope that I eventually draw the goods to go off. And if the opportunity to brainstorm arises, I probably will brainstorm. Just a library? Okay. Let's see. Double Street Wraith is fine. So I'm just going to play that, and then probably at the end of their turn, I'll brainstorm, assuming that I still have that as an option. If they play a Chalice, I'll probably just brainstorm in response. That way I could put the basic swamp, potentially put the basic swamp back and be able to fetch it with a Bloodstained Mire, so I can get my basics. And also, I want to make sure that I have access to red mana if it ends up being something I need. They kept multiple cards off of that, though. That's interesting. This could be the Chalice. Yep, Chalice on 1. So I'm going to go ahead and brainstorm now. I think there's potentially an argument for not doing it that way. Just drew a bunch more fucking brainstorms. Thoughtseize isn't doing much for me. I guess I'll put back the basic swamp as well. Actually, no, I probably won't. I'll probably put back another brainstorm, and I'll fetch a land that makes red with this. Chalice on 0-2, that's fine. So since I have the basic swamp, I'm a little land heavy here, but it's not that big a deal. Conjurer's Bauble. I probably am okay with cycling a Street Wraith here. And I drew the Burning Wish, so let me think. So I probably am just going to Echoing Truth on their next end step. And depending on what I draw, depending on if they spend a bunch more life on the Sylvan Library, which I'm inclined to think they won't. But if they try to put a Chalice on 2, that could be a little annoying. But yeah, they didn't spend any more life. Hopefully they just don't have the 3rd Chalice. Lily? Okay, I can live with a Lily. So I'll need to think about what I'm going to discard here. But, probably the Bauble, right? Probably supposed to discard the Bauble. Yeah, I think I'll discard the Bauble. Did I click it? Oh wait, I have to let this resolve first, and then I can choose. Okay, discard the Bauble. Yes. And then they pass, and then I truth the Chalices and attempt to kill them. I'm hoping I can just kill them with Doomsday. Might be a little short on that, though. So if I cast Burning Wish and then Dark Writ, I can get a LED and then an Ideas Unbound, but I'm going to be mana short, so maybe Maybe I did this wrong. Maybe I wasn't supposed to pitch the bobble. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to just brainstorm here and hope I rip something good. Or maybe I'm supposed to set up a lab man, pass a turn pile. I'm kind of inclined to just brainstorm because I can still set up a pass a turn pile even without the brainstorm. And if I draw into something good, I maybe can just win. Is that something that can be defined as something good? So I'll put back the island, obviously, and then put back the ponder. And now I think I can, because I think that extra ritual is enough. That's the extra mana that I needed to be able to go off. I think I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I think I'm going to be fine here. So I'll grab my Doomsday, cast the Doomsday, and then I can pile Burning Wish, LED, Lotus Petal, Ideas Unbound, LED. That was in reverse order, but you understand. I assume. Cycle the Street Wraith. Play the LED. Hold priority. Crack this for blue. Put back these two ideas. And then I can go Lotus Petal. Make red. Play the Lion's Eye Diamond. Crack for black. And give him the drills. There it is. Alright. Another good 2-0 start. Let's see if we can keep getting there. I've noticed, I don't know if it's true, it feels like this list has a lot more 2-0s and a lot more 0-2s. The game win rate is roughly the same as the draw 4 list, I think. I have to check the exact stats, but it just feels like you either blow them out or get blown out, and I think that's kind of a function of having Lab Maniac in the deck. Because Ladman lets you play through a lot of horse shit, and so like normal Storm Disruption you can beat a little more easily, but then you also, it makes you have clunkier draws, and so against the blue decks that you could overpower with the draw fours, you just don't have that same kind of raw power to muscle through them. Still not sure if there's a possible hybrid list out there. I should probably test the draw 4 list with Ladman in the sideboard a little more and see if there's matchups that I want to bring it in, and if I feel like it matters. But for now, I'm playing this. My local game store is having a Team Trios event in March, in about a month, that I will be a legacy player for. Is this fucking Julian Nab? This will be fun. Assuming he's on elves. This hand is not stellar against elves. But see, I'm on the play here. I'm probably supposed to keep this. I might be able to make a pass a turn pile pretty quick. And like having I think this hand is fine no matter what my opponent's playing. I'm a little worried that's a little slow against something like elves, but I've seen the like Chaos Elves list that he's on lately, and it doesn't seem like it's as explosive because it's got shit like fucking Beast Whisperer in it. So yeah, I mean this this hand can make a fair amount of mana, but it doesn't do all that much without this Beast Whisperer, except play elves. So I'm just gonna play it out, and hope that I can make a pass turn pile before he finds something to do. Beast Whisperer is a glimpse on a stick. Glimpse on legs, in case anybody wasn't aware. I wonder if he's streaming. If he is, I'll have to go back and check it out later. Actually, Twitch would tell me if he was streaming. I'm not seeing it because I follow him. I'm not seeing anything. So I've often wondered how often other streamers like play Magic online without streaming. I play a lot, but I almost never play a league if I'm not streaming. Like I usually just jam games in the practice room because it's my life doesn't permit me to, like, I don't know. Like when I can carve out time to play a league, it's the same time that I've carved out to stream. So when I'm not streaming, I want to be able to dip out of a game at a moment's notice if I need to. Julian, what are you doing? Why are you taking so long? Okay. Just playing the Finhorn Elves. That is fine. So the best draw here would be a Doomsday. Because I could just cast it and win the next turn. But that's not what that is. So I'm going to Ponder. Because I actually, if I Ponder into a Doomsday, which I did, I can still just play it. And then I can win next turn. So that's just what I'm going to go for. So I need Lab Maniac. I need a Lion's Eye Diamond. I need, a Dark Ritual and Lemon, Lion's Eye Diamond, Ideas Unbound, Dark Writ, Conjurer's Bauble, I think, is the kill here. So I'll draw Ideas. I'll draw LED, I'll cast it, Ponder into Ideas Unbound, have one blue floating. Yeah, that's the pile. Just got to make sure I get the order correct here. It's these three on the bottom, then Ideas, then LED. And I'm basically hoping that he can't do 8 damage to me next turn, which I don't think he can. The only way it would be possible, I assume, is if he ripped a Glimpse. But with only one land, yeah. I mean, if he drew another land or a Glimpse, you need to draw another land and a Glimpse. If he drew those 2 cards, then if he drew those 2 cards last turn and then this turn, it's possible. I'm not good at elves, and so I don't want to rule out the possibility of dying here, but I think I'm in a pretty good spot. And for what it's worth, okay, so he did have a land. There's a Wirewood Symbiote. For what it's worth, Elvish Mystic looks like he's just playing out his hands. This list usually doesn't have a lot of Storm Hate in the board. This usually, I've seen like a couple Mindbreak traps. I'll probably check his last list before I start here. But so whole priority, make the blue mana. I don't think there's anything, like can't see anything that he could do to me here. Just got a Scrib Ranger and a mystery card in hand. Alright, so got there this time. Now the question is, what do I bring in? I could bring in a braid. I suppose I should just go look at his last list if I can. I don't want to do it on my computer because I don't want my history popping up. See weird hentai that I look at. Not that I'm ashamed, just that, you don't need to know exactly what I'm looking at. Just message me for details. Alright, so back in January seems to have been his last 5-0 with elves, but this tease in the board, this thought, yeah, this isn't that list. Let's take a look at some other elves player. Mirror, entities, Sylvan Messengers, Beast Whisperers. So this Beast Whisperer list has Choke that I could potentially need to watch out for. Mindbreak, 2 Mindbreak traps is just not a lot. Assuming that it's like that, I don't think there's really anything I want to do. The one thing I would maybe consider is bringing in the Infernal Contract instead of a Preordain, but I don't think there's any changes that I want to make. I think I'm just gonna submit. And we'll see what the opening hand gives me. That hand's pretty weak. I think I'm gonna mull this. It's just slow. That's a lot better. Lot better. This, if I draw a Lion's Eye Diamond, is a turn 1 kill. And even if I don't, it has potential for turn 2 kill because I can ponder and I still have another cantrip. So I'm definitely keeping this. Julian is mulling a little low. Thoughtseize. Do I want the Thoughtseize? I think I'm going to take it. The fact that he mulled low makes me feel like it's a better draw. This hand is awkward, obviously, because he's starting with Cradle. So if, he's banking on a Mindbreak trap, this hand gets a lot worse. Another Ritual. Is that a kill? I think so. I can draw... So Dark Rit, Bauble, Doomsday. I'll make a double cantrip pile. I'll have 1 black left. And I'll draw... Yeah, that's just a kill, right? It's just Storm. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Pretty sure that's just a kill. So Burning Wish, LED, Petal, LED, Ideas Unbound. Basically the same as last time. You need 1 extra mana for a double cantrip pile. I hope this works. I don't want to be embarrassed in front of Julian Nab. Burning Wish, Petal, LED, Ideas Abound, LED. And then play with the Petal, Ponder. Julian is one of my favorite streamers. I think he's really funny. I think the German accent helps. He's also just I've never seen a better Alps player, in my opinion. So he's good. So unless he drew another Mindbreak trap, which is a possibility, this should win me the game. There it is. Gave Julian the blades. Let's play another one. Okay, another match. Just gonna blaze through these. Hopefully, just get another one so I can cash this one, and then I'll or just pick up another win, cash the league, and then I won't completely run out of play points to keep playing leagues. I'll be able to get at least one more in. Rudimancer, don't know that person. I won the roll though, so that's nice. This hand is fully functional. Definitely a keep. So I want to fetch Underground Sea and Thoughtseize. Because if I decide that I need to ponder later, I'll still be able to. If I can find a Burning Wish, this could make goblins pretty quick. It's potentially a little weak to Wasteland, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Cycling Street Wraith. So this is almost certainly Death Shadow. Oh, it's Dredge. Okay. Let's think. So Breakthrough's the better card, right? Breakthrough's just the better card, yeah. So I'll take the Breakthrough. So Dredge, one thing to be careful of with Dredge is that if they have Cephalid Coliseum can target you. So definitely something to be careful of when you are casting Doomsday. Regardless, in this matchup, usually Ladman tends to be your best bet. A Street Wraith. Okay, so now because I drew the Street Wraith, I can ponder, and if I ponder into a Doomsday, I can win. Burning Wish. I could make goblins here, I guess. If I draw any card but the Burning Wish, so leave the Burning Wish second down, and then I go Storm Count, then I make 1, 2, 3, 4. Make 12 goblins. Do I think 12 goblins is enough against Dredge? Is the real question. I think it's a risk I'm willing to take. They don't seem to have a super explosive hand. It's always, it's possible. I guess they're gonna have Cephalid Coliseum online next turn. The problem with I don't know. If I keep this and don't just make goblins, I'm not going to be winning anytime soon. I think I'm going to shuffle. Brainstorm. Alright, I'm going to pass. And I'm basically just going to hope that if they get any Cabal Therapy, if they can make multiple Cabal Therapies, that they whiff. They just miss me. So here comes the Coliseum. They're going to activate the Coliseum, and this is going to put a lot of cards in the graveyard. Still no Cabal Therapy. There's a Cabal Therapy. So just one Cabal Therapy, it looks like, which is really good for me. I'm assuming they're not going to hit, and they are going to make a bunch of creatures. But I'm assuming this is going to whiff. They'll make a few dudes, and then I'll have another shot, basically. I'll see 4 cards and hope that I can use to try to hit a Doomsday. They could hit. I'm banking on them not knowing what I'm doing here. But Thoughtseize and Ponder is not a like there's a lot of decks that could do that. Obviously, they put me on Storm and name like Dark Ritual or something. That's a huge setback. Infernal Tutor. Okay, so they did put me on Storm. Very, very good for them. It's a good read, but still the wrong card. And there's not any more Cabal therapies, right? I got lucky there. Just the one. All right, so that's going to give me a turn. Brainstorm. Give me something good here. Let me hit. Fuck. That's painful. What am I supposed to put back? Probably one of these. Because I can play out the other LED. So cracking or casting this using the Street Wraith isn't going to do anything for me here. So I'm just going to Thoughtseize because yeah, so they don't have any more ways to draw spells, so they're basically looking at hoping like just kind of blind dredge and hope to hit another Cabal. Oh, I was supposed to play out the Lion's Eye Diamond. That was a mistake. So they're going to get a lot of power on board here. I'm only going to have one more turn. 12. Oh no, I'm just dead, right? Oh, no, so that's 9 plus 4 is 13. Plus 4 is 13. Yeah, I am basically just dead actually. That sucks. They did hit another Cabal Therapy. I'm just going to concede. I'm not winning from here. Alright, so against this deck, I don't really have anything in my sideboard for them. I want to keep all my discard in. The only card that I would consider bringing in is Hurdy-Gurdy, I think. Because sometimes they play Counter Magic or Mindbreak Traps, and you can also sacrifice it to get rid of Bridge from Belows if you can connect with it. But they have Narcomoebas and shit. I don't think it's worth it. I think the best game plan against Dredge is to just make a quick Doomsday and try and make a pass turn pile. There's really not a better line of play. Another option, like I could bring in all of the Doomsdays and cut the Burning Wishes and just try and mull to like a quick Doomsday hand, but I think this hand is fine. It's not great, but if they only have like one enabler, I can try and get it. And I can always play out my mana rocks and stuff, so. They're thinking hard about this, I guess. Okay, they decided to maul. Keep going. Keep going. Please and thank you. And actually, Duress is a lot better than Thoughtseize here in this matchup because Duress can't accidentally hit a Dredge creature if that's like all they've got, which it rarely comes up, but it does happen once in a while. So Careful Study is their only real card here. So hopefully they don't draw any more. What did they do with their Scry? Put it on the bottom. Okay, so hopefully they don't draw another enabler. And it'll give me a little time. Oh, I should have played the fucking Lion's Eye Diamond still. That was definitely still a mistake. But hopefully it won't matter. Conjurer's Bauble. Okay, so I'm going to ponder. And then there's nothing, so I'll shuffle. Crack this. Play out the bauble. Basically going to play out my whole hand here. Because now if I top deck a Doomsday, I can win. Regardless of what kind of discard they hit me with. Obviously, I don't know what they're drawing to. Or what they're, I mean, not drawing to, but like drawing. So, as you can see, I'm stressed. I'm just going to crack this right now and get the Badlands. So now, now Burning Wish or Doomsday is a live draw in terms of ending the game. At some point, though, they're going to draw something that they can use to put creatures in the graveyard, and things are going to get harder for me. And of course, it's also possible that they just have Mindbreak Trap or whatever the fuck at this point. Lotus Petal. That's not a draw that I want, but I'm just going to play it out. And just hope to draw some business. What do you got? Putrid Imp. Okay, so that's their enabler. And they're presumably just going to dump the rest of their hand now. Well, not yet. They're going to wait. Cephalid Coliseum. Okay. They're not going to be able to get Threshold for it, but Brainstorm's a good draw. So Brainstorm, let me hit some business here. Yes. All right, so I think if I put back Burning Wish and Rain of Filth, I can even Duress and still go off here. So that'll be good if they drew a Mindbreak Trap or something. No Mindbreak Trap. Perfect. Get him. I can't kill with Burning Wish, unfortunately, but or can't kill with Storm here, but I can kill with Lab Maniac. This is just the normal Labman pile. So Labman on bottom, Bauble LED Street Wraith in the middle, Ideas on top, Crack for blue, don't target anything, or else you lose. Cast Ideas. Play the Bauble. Play the LED. Hold priority. Make blue. Cast the Landman and crack the Bauble. Alright. Going to a game 3 against Dredge. So, I don't think it's worth it to me to change my sideboarding at all. Try and pick up this third match. These headphones are hurting my ears. because I sit on my glasses and push my ear bits into my glasses. Alright, so my chair just creaked ominously. Hopefully we can win this one, and then we just win 2 more. Huh. I have a really hard time throwing this hand back. Although, I really just wish this was like a Doomsday or something. So just start off with a careful study. Okay, let's pitch in 2 Dreaders. Rain of Filth. Okay, so I'm probably supposed to duress here. And then hope they don't have any more, like, dredge enablers, and that they just have to dredge once. Cabal Therapy, I don't care too much about the Cabal Therapy. Well, I mean, it's a real card, but it's not a lot I can do about it, so I'm just going to play out my LEDs and pass. And then hope that their dredge is bad, and that I pull a Doomsday. Well, that was a good dredge, because they hit a Cabal Therapy and an Archimedes. So they can Cabal Therapy me twice now. And they're going to get a little guy from it. It's not like I'm, like, super dead or anything. But it certainly is not the best spot to be in. So I'm assuming the first therapy is going to whiff. The name Brainstorm. Okay. That's fine. So first therapy whiff. They're going to hit something, I don't know what, next turn. Or I assume they're going to therapy me again with the Narcomoeba. Yep. And I hope they hit Dark Ritual, but I'm thinking they're going to name Preordain. Yep. So a Doomsday or a Burning Wish here would be a good draw. It'll let me set up past a turn pile and hopefully be able to beat whatever their next dredge is like. Another Lion's Eye Diamond, that's no good. So I'll get the Badlands, I'll play out the Lion's Eye Diamond and pass. And, not a whole lot I can do from here, except just kind of wait. If they only have 1 dredger in the graveyard right now, so if their dredge is really bad, they might kind of stall out. But of course it wasn't that bad. It would have to be pretty bad. So they can therapy me again. It's getting to the point where I won't be able to make a pass a turn pile. What are you doing with that black mana? 2 black. Oh, are you casting the Thug you brought back? Yeah. Okay. Probably gonna sack that to the therapy would be my guess. Put it back in the graveyard. Yeah, I mean, we're getting to the point where I'm not going to be able to make a pass turn pile, unfortunately. In fact, I think it's going to be actually impossible to make a pass turn pile. guess there's, what, 7 power? So if I drew the Doomsday or Burning Wish right now, and then they don't dredge into an Icarid or something, I guess they dredge in their draw step, so dredging into an Icarid wouldn't matter. So it has to be this turn, basically. Actually, no, they can attack me with 2 of their things, so that's put me to... Oh, they're just attacking me with that one. So we have 16, and if I do it now, they'll have 7 power, so I could conceivably win now if I draw the business spell. Preordain. So what? I'm definitely supposed to crack one of these Lion's Eye Diamonds in response to this Preordain. I assume cracking it for black. Bottom. Not a Doomsday. Alright, that's game. That's too bad. Dredge can be a tough matchup. Just because they can be very explosive, and their discard can be extremely effective. Just like they can shred your hand. And so draws didn't come together in that game, unfortunately. It's possible that I should have changed my sideboarding strategy a little and like cut the Burning Wishes, brought in the 4th Doomsday, and just aggressively mulled to a hand that could shit out a quick Doomsday and make a quick pass turn pile. I sideboard like that sometimes against decks like Black Red Reanimator, where discard is their main way of interacting with you, and you don't have a lot of time, and so like your best, like even if it makes your average hands and makes your mulligans a little worse, I can see an argument for it making your win rate better on average, because your win rate's already so bad that like drastic sideboarding decisions are required, and I'm not willing to put in Graveyard Hate because I just don't have the space for it. So anyway, perhaps that was a mistake. Obviously there were points in that game where if I drew a Doomsday or a Burning Wish, I would have theoretically won. I would have likely won the game. So it's hard to say, but just blame it on not drawing the right card. What's really fucking pissing me off is how long it's taking to get some fucking matches up in here. I'm waiting for 2 minutes. If it's 3 minutes, the Hurdy-Gurdy's coming out. It's probably really out of tune, though. And I also don't really know how to play it. I'm bad at it. Because, you know, I'm not a herder or a girder. I think there's a PlayStation 2 game called Hurdy-Gurdy. I'm not really sure what it was about. But if anybody knows, anyone in chat, anyone of the 2 people in chat ever played a game that may have been for PlayStation 2 and may have been called Hurdy-Gurdy, let me know. Well, alright. We're about to hit 3 minutes, so it's time for the real entertainment to start. This is my Hurdy-Gurdy. Oh, fuck. It's okay. This is my Hurdy-Gurdy. It's a little dusty because I don't use it that often. It is a wheel fiddle. So you have this crank wheel, and it causes this wheel to rub against the strings. Hey, pup. And then you have these keys that push the strings so you can change the notes. So what we can do is we can drop some of these strings on. And you can have multiple strings at the same time touching the thing. This is nowhere near in tune, so this is going to be a fucking disaster. Uh-oh. This tuning peg is loose. So you can have multiple strings touching the wheel at the same time so that you can play notes together like a chord, which a violin can't really do, or it's much more difficult to do on a violin. It's not making any noise. It's probably because it's not plugged in. Haha. Oh, I tuned the wrong one. So it creates a very violin-like noise. Oh, dog doesn't like that. And then you can move these things to change the notes. And I need to rosin the wheel and hold it properly for it to not make an awful noise, but we can maybe play a song. There it is, and it found the match. So that's obviously the mating call of Magic Online matches. So if you ever are waiting for a really long time, just break out your Hurdy-Gurdy and play Mary Had a Little Lamb, and you'll get a match, and your dog will leave you. So I won the die roll. This hand looks acceptable. It's not great, but it's pretty close to doing stuff. I got Business Spell, I got mana, so I'm just going to keep it. I would probably keep this as a 6-card hand. This is kind of my policy for when piece of shit like Lab Maniac is in my opener. Is would I keep it on 6, ignoring the Lab Man, and I probably would keep this as a 6, so. If I draw like a Lion's Eye Diamond, I could go for it. I don't know what this person normally plays. I'm pretty sure this is a person who 5-0s occasionally. I'm guessing it's something like Delver, sure. So, okay, Drew Doomsday. I'm just gonna hold off on doing anything right now. I'm really surprised my viewers count stayed at 2 while I played the Hurdy-Gurdy. That was a shock to me. I wonder if you could even hear it over the microphone. I didn't even bother to look. You probably could. Okay, Ponder's a good draw here. I think I want to cast it. Like, even though it could draw me into a Doomsday pile, I want to cast it because I'm still a little ways off from, like, doing anything. I really want to find, like, a Lion's Eye Diamond or something. Those cards are all pretty good, though. I don't think I want to cast it yet. I'm a little wary of Stifle. I want to be able to Thoughtseize through days. Of course, I'm also, wary of Wasteland. Wasteland is a real threat. So another Delver. Interesting. I'm not in too bad shape yet. Although if that second Delver flips, I'll be in a little bit more trouble. Alright, so let me think about my hand right now. So if I play out Bauble, next turn I could Thoughtseize, make 5 mana. I'd probably be dead to a Lightning Bolt. I don't think I can just go for it now. So if yeah, I think the best play here is going to be to just play out the Bauble and pass. And obviously, I think I'm going to have to go for it next turn, especially if that Delver flips. But I'm not going to get a better opportunity than next turn, probably. So, we'll see how this goes. So that Delver did not flip, which is good. Makes me marginally less likely to die to a lightning bolt here. But I still don't really want to see a wasteland. A wasteland would be a problem. No wasteland. Okay. So going down to 10. Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to be... Lightning bolt will be lethal. They might fire it off. I wonder if I'm going to get stifled. Nope, no stifle. Okay. They might fire it off in response to my Thoughtseize, but if they have a lightning bolt, another Dark Writ. So, this is worth noting. I wanted to draw another Dark Ritual, and in fact, I had stacked my deck in such a way that I would draw another Dark Ritual. Then, like a fucking dingus, I went and cracked this fetch land on their end step, which was not the correct play. I got distracted. I got lucky and drew a Dark Ritual anyway. So, I am now going to attempt to win the game. And there's a real possibility that I won't be able to, and I'll just die. So yes, I don't believe I'll be winning this game, because I'm actually just dead. So, I will concede. That hand was fucking ridiculous. I'd like to point that out. Just beyond fucking ridiculous. So, what did I do last time in this matchup? I think it was just cut Labman, cut a Street Wraith. Bring in the 2 empties. I think that's what I want. So I'd really like to win this match. Or otherwise I'll be playing to cash next time. In the last match, which I hate doing. If I can somehow sneak this one out, I could still potentially 4-1 this league, which would be great in terms of me, and my self-esteem, and also being able to continue playing leagues without spending more money, because I'm not in a financial position to spend a lot of money on Magic Online. Oh, fuck. I'm going to keep this. This is a YOLO hand. This, I really want to find a, an empty. If I find an empty off of this Ponder, I'm just going to go for it. No empty. Shuffle. That's not an empty either. Alright, we are in trouble. Not dead, but maybe in a little trouble. Bubble's a decent draw here. Makes a Doomsday live. Obviously, there's probably a bunch of counter magic in their hand still, but... Okay. Say no shuffle off the Ponder. Not an empty. Alright, I'm just going to pass. Not under any pressure right now. Shuffled away the rest of the cards. I only want 1 card off that Ponder. Still haven't actually seen any black cards from them. Oh great, there's the Wasteland. That's fine. It's bound to happen eventually. Preordained. So still no threats, but still presumably a shitload of counter magic in their hand. Okay. Just gonna pass. If they waste my other land, I'll crack the bauble. What do you got now? This is a Thoughtseize or something? Oh, it's probably just a big fish, yeah. Okay, let's see. Preordain. I can cast that. Hopefully it doesn't get dazed. Red Blast, sure. Alright, I'm going to crack this bauble. Another fucking Lotus Petal. Play out the Lion's Eye Diamond. I don't really care if this gets countered at this point. Thoughtseize. Yep, so I'm assuming this is going to take my Thoughtseize. Which is going to make really the only live draw be like exactly Empty the Warrens, because they could just counter anything else. Like, if I'm sure they have forces and stuff, they can just counter Burning Wish or Doomsday or whatever. Not that I could even win with Doomsday from here. So really, I'm just hoping to rip and Empty the Warrens. If I can rip and Empty the Warrens, I can make 14 Goblins, which will be very dangerous for them. I'm probably supposed to play out at least a couple Lotus Petals so this Preordain doesn't get dazed. Just another fucking Red Blast. Sure. Alright, so now if I draw and Empty the Warrens next turn, it's only going to be 10 Goblins, which is a lot less threatening, especially if this Delver flips, which it didn't. 10 Goblins might still be enough to win the game here. Or is this Young Pyromancer? That's going to make things a little more difficult. So, I definitely, if I don't draw the empty here, duress, yeah, alright, so that's game. Yeah, so it's worth noting, I feel like between this league and last league, I haven't won a match against a deck with counterspells. I think that's correct. I'll have to check my spreadsheet. I know in the practice room and stuff, I've won matches against decks with counterspells. The deck has felt pretty good against Grixis Control. I just think that's an easy matchup for combo decks, though. At least for, like, Storm-type combo decks. But, oh, it's the same fucking Rudimancer guy. They were on Dredge, right? Well, at least I know what's happening here. So this hand's no good. This hand is not good enough. I'm probably mulling too aggressively here. Okay, that's a keep. I think. Hold on a second. I think I want to just cast the Doomsday right away. The problem is that, like, what do I do next? I could stack, like, Island, and then... Or maybe I could do, like, Island, Lotus Petal, no, Island, LED, Street Wraith. Brainstorm into draw a card. Yeah, this might not have actually been a keep. Like, this hand might just be too bad. Like, if this was a land instead of a Lotus Petal, it's a keep. I'm having a hard time seeing what my line's going to be because the Ideas Unbound is in my hand. So I probably got a little too excited, but I also don't think I'm going to win if I don't do something here. So, thinking about my game plan. I'm not seeing a good way to pass fewer than like 3 fucking turns here. Obviously, Labman's going to be involved, so putting Labman in the pile. I'm going to need some way to cast these spells that I just drew. So maybe like an island. And then yeah, I think this was really dumb. I got blinded by Fear, the song by fucking At the Gates. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I think I'm just not going to be able to use this Ideas Unbound, actually. I'm basically just going to have to hope they're kind of shitty and slow and don't put a lot of power on board. This isn't going to go well. Hey, puppy. Give me just a minute. I'll be done soon. The fuck am I thinking here? Alright. I don't know if this is any good. It's probably not. I think this pile is, like, theoretically capable of winning the game, but functionally really bad. If anyone wants to trash talk me in chat, now is the time. This is an excellent opportunity to do it. The biggest issue I see with this hand is if they just get a Cephaly Coliseum down, I'll be in trouble. So they're using their discard step to make their dredge. Use the Stinkweed Imp. So I'll play this, and then Brainstorm. And then I think what I'm supposed to do is put Ideas Unbound down, and then Labman, play this, cycle Street Wraith into Labman, and then cast the Labman. Next turn I'll draw dead, and the turn after that I can win, if I'm not dead. Oh, they just conceded. Okay. Alright. Thank you. Thanks for the free win. Alright, so this time I'm not going to cut all the Burning Wishes because I want to be able to win with Storm if it comes up. But I'm going to try cutting the Burning Wishes and bringing in the extra Doomsday and the 2 Hope-Usurpers. The hopes are probably a little loose. I don't know if maybe Echoing Truth would be better to bounce zombie tokens or something, but it's probably not any better. So I'll just try that. And if I don't like this, I can always go back for game 3 because they accidentally handed us game 1. Huh. So they mulled to 6. I think I want to keep this hand. Because if I can draw a Doomsday, I can cast Doomsday on turn 2, and they're mulling pretty deep here. I don't know. Oh, they mulled to 4. Okay. Obviously, mulling to 3. Keep going. Okay, they're keeping at 3. So I definitely feel a little better about my 7 now. But just because they mull to 3 doesn't mean that I'm in the clear. Because if they kept land looting Dredger or land LED Dredger, I would still be in big trouble. Lana, if you wait just a minute, I'll be able to take you out, okay? Just like, this is the last match, so just let me do it. Alright. So I'm going to ponder here. Interesting. Do I keep any of these? think I just shuffle. Okay. They crack this LED now? No. I will be real disappointed if I lose this game. They put a dredger in? They did. They have a Stephaly Coliseum too. So yeah, this game suddenly is looking significantly better for them. Not so hot for me. I'm going to cycle the Street Wraith so I can get one card deeper. Oh, I probably shouldn't have played that Brainstorm. I'm just going to pass. I made a mistake there by playing the Badlands, because I was thinking I could play the Lotus Petal and try and Brainstorm into a fetch land. But, okay, so they didn't really do anything. They do have Threshold now, so they can dredge with the Stephaly Coliseum, which I guess they're probably going to do, right? Yeah. Ooh, this could be bad. This could be real bad. I need their dredges to continue being weak. Okay, so they hit the looting. That's a problem. Still no Narcomoeba. There's a Narcomoeba. They're just fucking absolutely donkey rolling here. Yeah, I fucking blew this. Wow. So 3 therapies. And naturally my hand is got lots of double spells here. So they're going to be able to... This one will probably miss, although they might just name Brainstorm. Am I supposed to just scoop? So they named Preordain, interesting. But they still have 2 more therapies they can do, so they can get my Dark Rits and my Brainstorms, and I'll be in a bad spot because I won't be able to make a pass turn pile anymore, because they're actually just gonna have probably just gonna have a lethal number of lethal number of tokens after this. Yeah, I mean that's 12. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. Actually, I'm not gonna bother letting them rip my hand apart more. All right, so I'll be on the play this time. I don't think there's any changes I want to make to the deck. That was pretty demoralizing. So I really just need to win turn 1 here, or at least combo turn 1. I'm willing to play into the possibility of getting milled by Stephaly Coliseum. This hand's not good. Won't cut the mustard. This hand won't cut the mustard either because it doesn't have mana. Well, okay, I'll keep that. It doesn't matter what I put on top there because I'm just going to cycle this right away. Did not draw a Dark Ritual. I'm still not in a great spot to win this game. I'm really fucking pissed about last game. I can't believe, my hand just didn't come together, so, what can you do? But the fact that they were able to win on a mull of 3 is really, really disappointing. Although if any deck is going to be able to win on a mull of 3, it's going to be Dredge, because as soon as they get that first card in the graveyard, it just steamrolls out of control. So I'm assuming here they're just going to play a therapy, and they're probably just going to name Doomsday, and I'm going to get hit, unfortunately. Oh, they therapy themselves. Of course, that makes a lot more sense. Much more sense. And then they can cycle the Street Wraith and Dredge. They didn't really hit anything, though, so that's okay. But they're still going to be able to Dredge next turn. Alright. So, here's where I'm at. I'm obviously supposed to cast Doomsday right now. Right? I'll go to 7. I'll have to pass 2 turns to make this pile work. But I don't... They might just scoop again. I don't know. No. Okay, so let's think about what the pile is going to be. I can go Ideas Unbound, LED, Ideas Unbound, LED, Street Wraith, some other card, Labman, and just poop the Labman out next turn and pass. I'm going to be dead to a Cephalid Coliseum either way. I'm just trying to think if there's any better play, but I don't think I need to worry about leaving the Labman on board for a turn, so it's probably just best to do that pile. I'm 1 mana off from just being able to do a normal pass turn pile, so I'll need the Street Wraith. It doesn't really matter what the last card in the pile is. I don't think. So, put the fucking Hurdy-Gurdy in, sure. So, Labman on the bottom, these 3 cards in the middle, Ideas Unbound on the top, and hope that they can't just do 7 damage to me in the next 2 turns. Hang on, mana. The dog's whining a little bit to go out. So I'm basically just going to kind of hope that, like, they don't have any more Dredge enablers, and that incoming Dredge from the Golgari Thug is a little weak, which it looked like it was. Oh, but they have something here. Fucking Breakthrough. Shit. That's super bad. Well, they dumped a couple bridges in the graveyard. I'm basically going to be on the hope that they just scoop to Labman plan here, I think, because they're going to put 6 power on the board, and I'm not going to actually be able to win the game. Frustrating. It's possible I threw away game 1. Yep, so actually, yeah, I'm just dead because I have to. Oh yeah, I'm super dead. Yep. Alright, so they didn't just concede to Labman. That fucking sucked. Oh, that's so fucking frustrating. both of those leagues like started out okay, and then they just kind of hit the shitter when I ran into weird like not great matchups. I don't know. I'm really frustrated with playing in the leagues. Like, obviously, I know the practice room is the practice room, right? But like, since I picked this list back up of my last 50 matches, I'm at 64%. Like, I feel like that's a decent win rate, and I'm beating like real decks, so it's like some real decks with some fucking wacky decks mixed in. But like, I beat Grixis Control here. I fucking beat the Blue White Delver Blade deck. Like, beat Rug Delver here. Like, I don't know. I have been running really hot, but I know it's the practice room. I don't know. It's frustrating to 2-3 leagues like that, and now I'm out of play points, so I won't be playing leagues for a little while until I can sell some fucking Magic cards or something. Yeah, I don't know. That's frustrating. Alright, I'm done.